I mean, because the boy them later at the time, like, you can't understand where a boy what I want to do, where I want to go.
Hey, show
But,
must go on. We here.
and we live and direct, Lord of mercy.
How y'all feeling out there, world? This is your brother, Mr. Lewis.
And 'tis I, coach for the people them, what you say?
And we them guys. Welcome to the Blerdification. The Candid Corner presents the Blerdification Station with your hosts, Coach Fa, Mr. Lewis, and MG the Great. Welcome.
Yo, I'm robbing, nodding my head. Yo, that beat is fine. I got a question, Mr. Lewis.
Yes, sir.
Cause, pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, get my microphone squared away and straight. Yo, why does that beat sound familiar to me?
That's one of the joints I still got from the old library of the radio station I created a few years back. That's possible.
Did I make that?
No, I made that.
You made that, okay. Because I used the same sample. That's why it's bugging me. I'm like, I know that sounds familiar. I know that sounds familiar. But it could be, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, back from 2008 to roughly 2014, we ran an independent radio station, UVR, the Universe Baby, UVR Radio, which housed several shows to include Mr. Lewis's Evolutionary Radio, and what was the other one?
It was what?
The Green Room.
Evolutionary Radio to Phenomenology to the Green Room. Yeah.
Phenomenology, yeah, indeed. And you know me, I was always Seldom's Music Box. You know what I mean? Holding it down for the independent underground hip hoppers doing their thing, trying to get their shine on. And that was a good time. You know, we met a lot of great folk. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
Yo, put on a couple of pretty nifty concerts.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we was trying to do our thing, man, and here we are, 2022.
We're still here.
And we still here. Hit it, Mr. Wu. I know you got stuff to say to the people there. Welcome.
Nah, man. Yeah, I'm glad you covered that. Hope y'all had a good week. We've been out here. I know we a day late, but we never a dollar short. You know what I mean? You know, as we always say, we got grown man adulting over here. You know, it's the Blerdification Station, and we here to bring you perspectives of entertainment and pretty much worldwide culture and blerd culture in general, from the perspective of some of the most interesting men in the world.
The most interesting is people's man.
Yeah, and that's no lie. That's no boast. But yeah, today, or should I say this week, we're going to cover couple topics. Then we're gonna get on up out of here. But yes, I want to talk about our favorite comedians for one. You know, because I've always been a big fan of comedy. I'm an actor, for those that don't know, by trade, and and I've been a movie and film nerd since as long as I can remember. And of course, like many who started this as a child, comedy and music videos were probably my favorite. So we're gonna start with that, going over our like top 5 favorite stand-ups, and then our top 5 favorite comedic actors. Then we're gonna go to a little break, and then jump into, in honor of Caribbean Heritage Month, a little clip from the Reggae Sunsplash, and then we're gonna talk about our favorite Caribbean artists. And that's how we're gonna get it going. Coach Fa, how you feeling today, man?
I am cooling in the gang, my brother. Vibing with you, just remembering a lot of these great comedians and stuff from back in the day. And I used to be huge on comedy. HBO used to do a bunch of specials back in the late 80s, early 90s. You know what I mean? And this is before Def Comedy Jam and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and this is back when actually, if you had a hot stand up in the late 80s, you were darn near guaranteed a sitcom.
Yeah. Or a movie deal. Yeah.
But mostly sitcoms, like
True.
what's
Very
the
true.
name? Oh, the blonde comedian with Southern Red Butler, something like that. Her, I mean, there was a bunch. I mean, that was
Roseanne
just
was
like
one
the
of them.
wave. That was just like the wave. So it was like if you got a bomb ass set and
Yeah.
people were coming to your set and you were like the top name in that set, you was you was guaranteed. I mean, Tim Allen is a perfect example.
Yeah. Roseanne
Uh,
Barr.
Roseanne Barr, perfect example. I mean, there's plenty. So yeah. So how you want to do it, Mister Ghost? You want to dive in?
Well, first I'll kick it off on my stand-ups because I wanted to separate because for those that are fans of comedy, they know that stand-up comedians they consider themselves an echelon all to themselves, and out of respect for their craft, I want to differentiate stand-up comedians and comedic actors, even though some may overlap. You know what I mean?
Bang. Let's hit
All
it.
right. For my top five, I'm going to go and count down, and I'm gonna give a couple honorable mentions. Um, from five, I'm gonna go with George Carlin. Um, he's just a favorite from my tween years, you know. Um, brilliant comedian. If those who haven't heard of him, there's a mini docu series on HBO Max about his life right now. You can go and check it out. Um, Bill Burr. Uh, I became familiar with this guy from the Chappelle Show, you know, and then I saw a couple of his comedy specials, and he just consistently just hit in, and then with this show F is for Family on Netflix, he just rapidly became one of my favorites, and yeah, he still is. He actually has a new comedy festival or special showcasing some of his friends on Netflix right now. Um, Number three, Martin Lawrence. Um, yeah, all the way from House Party One, playing Bilal, aka Dragon Breath, to or even taking back to I forgot his name, but when he was on What's Happening Now as the young bull, to do the right thing, to to get in his own show, you know what I mean, and still to this day.
He was Martin in What's Happening Now.
Oh, okay. See, I was like what 8 years old when I used to watch that, but I remember watching reruns and I saw his face. And I'm like, yo, I guess I was familiar with Martin way before I thought I was. But yeah, then he came out with his iconic sitcom, which is still getting reruns to this day. There's the 30-year reunion special on BET Max right now, or BET Plus. I don't know. I got to look into that. But yeah, I definitely got to check that out. I'm still watching the reruns. They still crack me up.
Mm-hmm.
Iconic show. Probably still one of my top three favorite sitcoms of all time. But that's for another, I guess, episode. Number
I
two,
hear you, brother.
number two, and only because you know what I mean. It's like I reserved the number one spot for comedy royalty. Is Dave Chappelle, and it's like, do I need to say more? Dave Chappelle. He's like, when it comes to the fusion of hip hop and comedy and the impact it's had on our culture and vice versa, he has been the center of that for a very long time. And I remember back in the '90s when you telling my boys about this guy, and they would be like, yeah. I've been a fan of him since Robin Hood Men in Tights. You know what I mean? and so yeah, when he finally took off with his show in the early 2000s, I was really glad for him. So I'm like, yo, finally the world's gonna see how great this guy is. Um, Let me rewind a little bit. When he came out with a special, Killing Them Softly in 2000, that
Mm-hmm.
was just the taste to the world to let you know how brilliant this man was. And now you see where he is now. Even the greats like Kevin Hart and Chris Rock are like, how is this dude this freaking good? All right. Then my number one spot, it's tied. I guess you can kind of call them uh, 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 not to sound blasphemous to my Christian friends, but like the God and
God and
Jesus of
Jesus.
comedy.
I know where you going.
Yes,
Pryor
sir.
Murphy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay.
And we
Okay.
once again, enough said. Now, do I got to say more?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Well, but I see. MG the Great has entered the chat.
Peace and soul.
Yes, him and the Sifu in the background.
What up, man? Turn your mic up.
Start giving myself a cut.
Bang.
Straight forgot we were on tonight. I'm so sorry.
You good, man?
You all good? Hold on. Something just happened. Pardon me, y'all. Listen, y'all talk amongst yourselves. The draft is happening and Nick's stuff just popped up. Y'all two talk amongst yourselves. Enjoy that. I'll be back in a minute. All right.
Yeah, I was just wrapping up my top 5 favorite stand-up comedians, and then, I have a couple honorable mentions. The honorable mentions I got, because I mean, like I said, I'm a fan of comedy, and there's so many comedians that I didn't get to add on the list, or I'd have been talking for the whole episode. So these are some of my favorites out of that: Red Fox, George Lopez, Cedric the Entertainer, Dion Cole, Mike Epps, Mitch Hedberg, and Bernie Mac. And those are my honorable mentions. MG, who are your top 5 favorite stand-ups, brother?
Top 5 favorite stand-ups. I'm not even going to think about it. I'm going to go with number 1 for me is Eddie Murphy. Number 2 is Martin Lawrence. Number 3 is going to be Bernie Mac. Number 4 is Cedric the Entertainer. And then number 5 is probably going to be George Carlin.
All right. Very close to mine.
That's just rapid fire. I didn't want to sit here and contemplate because there's so many talented comedians out there. But, just quick, George Carlin had that raunchy for a young kid to be like, oh, my God.
Yes. 7 bad words is iconic.
Cedric the Entertainer he's just got this stage presence. You know what I'm saying? And he's like the Biggie of rap because it's like, I'm black, fat, whatever, but you're going to love what I give to you. You know what I'm saying?
And ever since Comic View, he's always had like that cool unk at the barbecue vibe. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like and then let you sip a little cognac while your mama ain't looking.
it's just stand up. But he also has my favorite what's the when you study for acting and you do the one line it's just like a good minute of dialogue.
Monologue.
Yeah, he's got one of the greatest monologues from what was it, Get Shorty 2? What was the name?
You're talking about Be Cool.
Be Cool.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
When he shot the guy with the 357.
Yeah, he told with 3 stacks was in the room with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And Bernie Mac is just Bernie Mac. He's got great stories and delivery.
Yeah, he's a great actor too. Yeah.
Martin Lawrence is just in my lifetime. When I was a teenager, 20 years old, Martin was it, and and then Eddie Murphy is just raw. I mean, come on, man. Need I say more?
Yeah, man. His SNL hot tub video still cracks me the hell up.
That shit built that stuff built my sense of humor.
Yes.
I am black. And
like
you are white.
I
blinders are back and I have sight.
Together we're friends.
Negro, let's not fight.
Whoa, yeah. Ooh, we gotta make them hurt.
Yeah, man.
Chill.
Yeah, the Rasta, yo. The reggae group was,
This is how we answer the door of my
right.
neighborhood.
All right, I
Mr.
gotta
Robinson.
get to
Who
this.
is it?
Mr. Robinson's neighborhood. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me get to my list because the Knicks is doing things and trading pieces, and it's kind of
Yeah,
Got
he
the
was
draft
kinda
on
crazy.
TV here now too.
so.
He was
Let me
kinda
turn that
crazy.
off because this is blerdification, not sportsification. So, me being a long-winded son of a bitch that I am, I did contemplate things. So I got a lot of honorable mentions before I get to my list.
All right.
My honorable mentions are Rita Rudner, because she was so daggone funny. I mean, quick-witted. You know what I mean? Not long-winded in her stories and the way her voice kind of rolls in her. Oh man, I love her delivery. So big shouts to 80s comics. And remember, I'm a bit older than y'all, so
Oh yeah.
I've been watching God a long time. No, but Jeff Foxworthy. I'm sorry.
Hey,
yo,
early Jeff, I was a fan of too.
yo,
Yeah.
Jeff and his crew. He had a tour with him. It was, oh my gosh.
What was it, the blue collar comedy tour or something like that?
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy.
And I forgot the other dude's name, the gray haired guy.
Two of them. Yeah, it was Ron White.
Yeah, Ron
And-
White. Tater Salad, that was his name.
Yeah, Tater Salad. See, you with me.
Yeah.
I mean, and Jeff was the best out of all four of them, and them dudes was funny.
And he stayed clean his whole, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, dude, Jeff. So yeah, Jeff Foxworthy. Then I put Mitch, Chappelle, and Mac in my number 5 because for different notes, Mitch Hedberg got arrested.
Yeah.
I mean, Chappelle, and then Bernie Mac with his Chicago wit and banter. I mean, yeah,
He got that Uncle Liable to snap at the barbecue at any moment vibe.
right.
He cool, but
Right.
there's no piss him off
Be
vibe.
careful. And so my number 4 is another grouping. It's Paul Mooney and Dick Gregory.
Yes. The
And they're
great
kind of
Paul.
in the same category to me because they told the truth whether you liked it or not. And then you got, as y'all said, and honest, where he is on my list is not a knock to him at all and his greatness at all. But he had to be on my list here. I mean, and he is greatness. And that greatness is Eddie Murphy, of course. And he about to be a granddaddy with Martin Lawrence, which is hilarious. Well, not granddad. The kid's about to get married. And hopefully, eventually, they'll have a kid. And that kid's grandparents will be Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
And that kid is going to be funny than a motherfucker.
Dude, them barbecues litty. I
Baby's going to be
promise.
born hilarious.
That's just life right there.
No, I was going to add that I was going to wait for my favorite comedic actor list, but yeah, Life is probably.
Oh, well, we're going to get
films.
to that when we get to that. I'm still with you. So, I got Carlin too, bro.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, again, his political commentary after he got old.
Yeah.
And what he was doing even then was poignant and life-changing.
And ahead of its time of
Very
what his
much
peers were
so.
doing.
Oh, my God. And yes, of course, Pryor's number 1.
Oh, absolutely.
Pryor number 1, man.
Oh, did I forget Richard? See,
And yes, honorable mentions too to Cat Williams, Chris Rock, and Dick Gregory.
Oh, the new core. They just got to put a little bit more work. You know what I mean? In my humble opinion, Kevin Hart blew up in the 2010s and above, but he was garbage when he first came out.
And there's a couple new guys too to look out for. A couple of my new favorites like Tony Baker and Black Ron. Check them out.
There you go.
Also, Ali Sadiq has a free special on YouTube to check out. It's really good.
Busy Bang. All right, so I guess comedic actors now.
All right, yes. My top 5. Like I said, I'm gonna go count down from five, and then I'll mention a couple of my honorable mentions, which I'm sure or more will come to mind as we discuss. All right, number five, Jerry Lewis. Yeah, because
Wow.
I fell in love with this guy as a kid. You know what I mean? He's like he was the essence of what everything I loved in comedy as a child, all the way up to a young tween and whatnot. Number four, Jim Carrey. He kind of became the replacement. You know what I mean? From In
I
Living
got you.
Color
I got
on.
you.
You know
I
what I
got you.
mean? And yeah, like yeah, he kind of shaped a lot of my comedy for my mid-teen years. Um, Will Ferrell would be number three.
Okay.
Um, I would see him off and on when he was on SNL, but I really became a fan of his when his films started hitting. I believe Anchorman was the first one, and from then on, I was like, yo, no, Old School was the first one,
Old school. Yes.
and
Yes.
then then on, I was like, yo, I'm gonna check for this guy. Um, for number two, I would say are tied between Martin Lawrence and Adam Sandler.
Okay. Okay.
And my number one, still my two favorite all-time comedy duo. Even though the joints are almost like 100 years old, I can still crack up watching them. The great Laurel and Hardy.
Okay. You going classic and all that. Okay. Wow. Okay.
And yeah, a couple honorable mentions like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Wanda Sykes.
Okay. Okay.
Biggie Shorty.
Yes, Biggie Shorty is still one of my favorite characters of
On
all
the
time.
sippy tie.
Yo, she came and performed live here, and when she came on stage, I still had the Biggie Shorty music in my head, even though it is years removed. It was just like as soon as they announced her, it just in my head that music came on. It was a great show too. But yeah, so those were my top five, and those were a couple honorable mentions, and just say
Nah,
some
that's a
more
great
about
list, man.
come
That's
to mind. All right.
I'm still I got some. I'm still working on Monster MG. What you got going, Poppy Pop?
Um, I'm kind of on some BS with this category.
Okay. At least you're honest.
Bear with me because comedic actors, I kind of got to split it and put it TV and movie. So I kind of got two lists
Okay.
by default because on the movie side, I got Leslie Nielsen.
Mm.
Um, for this, I'm grouping together John C. Riley and Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, the
Ricky
Sherlock
Bobby.
Holmes joint,
Ricky Bobby.
and
Yes.
Talladega Nights, a ballad of Ricky Bobby. Oh my god!
Yeah, I mean, I feel you. I mean, hell, we even named one of our shows after what was it called? The effing Catalina Wine Mixer was the name
Oh,
of
the
our first
effing
show.
Catalina wine mixer. Yeah, bro.
Catalina Wine Mixer.
Boats and hoes.
I still got Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor over here on the movies, and it's hard to say who's number one, but my favorite movie comedic actor might be Chevy Chase, and this is just strictly off of my nostalgia.
Yeah.
In real life,
Clark
in real life,
Griswold.
the dude is a dick, but
Yeah.
listen, the
Nah, but
National Lampoons,
What I
the
mean,
National
the same for
Lampoon
Bill Murray.
movies,
So yeah.
and then he's also got that one,
Dude,
Nothing But
Flash.
Trouble.
Oh man, Nothing But Trouble is when I first heard Tupac. So yeah.
Okay.
So That's
Same
that.
song, Lou.
Yeah.
Same song with
Yeah.
Digital Underground.
Yeah. I remember I was in Germany
Yep.
when I first heard that joint, and I remember I had the EP first, and my homeboy let me hold it. Shout out Lay Queen.
What's the favorite Eddie Murphy film?
Favorite Eddie Murphy film?
My
Yeah,
favorite
you
Eddie
gotta buy
Murphy
me a
film
Coming
is
to America.
Coming to America. That's right.
Yes, Coming to
Yeah,
America.
Unanimous
Yeah.
decision.
I think that's probably the movie next to the Last Dragon and Bruce Lee films. I probably watched that movie the most.
Yeah. No, I can't watch. I gotta watch that movie by myself. I can't watch it with anybody because I'm repeating everything. I'm
Dude, Boomerang
Spit that whole movie.
too with me. Though.
Oh yeah,
Just keep it above.
Boomerang is
like,
solid.
so solid.
And then, like I said, we can't forget Life and Beverly Hills Cop and
Again, man. I mean, his repertoire is so damn
Nutty
strong,
Professor.
man.
Yeah,
It's nuts.
Yeah, him and Jerry Lewis for the Nutty Professor. And I was going to say, to add to your Leslie
Dr.
Nielsen
Doolittle
thing,
out here, by the way.
Yeah, and I was going to say, to add to your Leslie Nielsen, you can also give him props for the TV because Police Squad was the original TV show.
Oh my goodness! Wait a second.
From.
Wait. Yeah. Before we go any further, Police Squad has like one of the funniest moments I've ever witnessed on TV, and I'm so grateful that I haven't even really seen anybody else mimic it. It's like they stopped at the end of the episode. You know, it goes to freeze frame. And this one episode, he's pouring the coffee, and dude is just on fire.
And the music is playing, the credits are rolling.
The credits is rolling. Everybody's just everybody else is frozen.
I gotta see if I can find that series on DVD.
That is classic. Oh man.
Man.
All right. Let me see. So all right.
Shout out to Lay Queen. Thanks for the question.
Yeah, that was a fire question.
And Harlem Nights is definitely up there.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So big shouts to Will Ferrell. Big shouts to Jamie Foxx.
Mm-hmm.
Big shouts to Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Oh yeah. Oh, solid. The whole family. The Wayans fam.
Big shouts to Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yes.
And Miss Jane Curtin.
All right.
But my 5 are as follows. Number 5, rest in peace, Mr. Gene Wilder.
Yes, absolutely.
Them joints he did with Pryor, oh my God.
Oh my God.
But then it was Willy Wonka by his damn self.
Yeah.
Yo, I got the mad love
And Young
for
Frankenstein.
Number 4, Dame Tracy Ullman. I mean, you can't think about The Simpsons without thinking
her.
about her ass. Come on. I mean, the Tracy Ullman show was fire.
Yeah. So even though Mr. Groening threw a little shade though, he was like, when they was on her show, she was like, man, F this cartoon, take it up my time, shit. When they blew up, she was like, oh my baby.
Yep.
Hey, but hey, that's show business.
That is. Number 3, Bill Murray.
Ooh, yep.
Number 2, Tom Hanks. Y'all forget he was a comedian
from Bosom Buddies to like
and he
Bachelor Party was like one of the first
Mermaid and all of that stuff.
Mermaid.
What
was the name of that daggone movie? Was it called Mermaid?
Yeah, Mermaid with Daryl Hannah. Oh, Splash. Yes, Splash.
Yeah, that's those movies.
Big.
Big, Money Pit, The Burbs.
Exactly. Tom Hanks.
Yeah, man.
And number 1, I'm sorry, Eddie Murphy. That's my number 1. I mean, dude. I mean, from Dreamgirls to The Golden Child. I want the night. I'm sorry, dude. Yo.
Yes. Honorable mentions to like. Oh, my bad, brother. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. All you gotta do is say it's an Eddie Murphy movie, and my eyes are on it to this day.
honorable mentions to David Allen Greer and John Witherspoon as well.
So like I said, I was on some BS. So the TV side, the number 5 is Keenan Ivory. Number 4 is Red Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is Carol Burnett.
Ooh.
Number 2 is Jerry Seinfeld. I'm sorry, not Jerry.
What?
Yo, Carol Burnett, big shouts.
Yes.
Jerry Seinfeld, and number 1 is Martin Lawrence, because his fucking show kept me in tears. My whole family.
Yeah.
It's like almost every episode, I got fond memories about the day that episode aired. Like, I love that show. Like the episode with the Rottweiler. Oh my god.
The fake dog. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god.
I was just watching
Cole, sit your butt down before I make change.
I was just watching the clip of the reunion show, and they were talking about that, about how at the last second they were supposed to be a real dog, but at the last second they couldn't get it. So Martin came out with the stuffed dog, and even the cast wasn't expecting
Nobody
it.
was expecting
That's why that
You watch them,
hilarious.
you see
They
how
were
hard
laughing through the whole
break.
joint.
Yeah. Yes.
Nah, that whole joint, and it was unscripted. And Cole was like, "Oh, change? Anybody got change? Change."
Yeah.
Shout out to Cockroach, man.
Yo.
Oh man.
Big shouts to Cockroach. Wait. Scrap Iron. Remember Scrap Iron?
Yo. I take your girl at Dance Fever, son. You better watch yourself. I don't know who you playing with.
Oh yeah, when him and Theo went to Dance Fever.
Theo
That was called.
Cockroach was on TV doing the snake with his girl.
Hold on. And remember when Cockroach got serious? Yo, they was making noise and throwing paper airplanes, and it just wasn't right, Miss Westlake. It just wasn't right.
Yeah.
Cockroach?
Big shouts to
Cockroach.
Cole, bro. Big shouts.
Yo.
Alright, so we will be right back after this quick commercial break with some more Blerdification Station.
Join us tonight in a very special Charles in Charge as Scott Baio loses his job to Charles Bronson.
You are now watching Blerd Talk with Coach Fa, Mr. Lewis, and MG the Great. What's up, y'all? Now we're going to get into this next topic here. In honor of Caribbean Heritage Month, we're going to go over some of our favorite reggae artists. But first and foremost, I want to give y'all a little clip, a little trailer for those that don't know about the biggest Caribbean music festival that happens in Jamaica in the summer, usually every year, called Reggae Sunsplash. Give y'all a little tasty taste if my computer wants to act right for me. Yeah, I did say tasty taste for like those who've seen Fear of a Black Hat.
See, we be in these movies.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but that, yeah, I guess, as I said, it goes down every year. I remember back in the '90s, watching my girl Cheryl on Caribbean Rhythms, and how every year on BET they would I would like we would come in and we would wait on those Saturdays. We wouldn't even go outside just to watch the clips and the footage from Reggae Sunsplash, and I'm like, yo, and yeah, we really vibe with that, and it was really dope. I mean, I've always been a fan of Caribbean music since I was a little kid. Growing up in Germany, for those who know, I'm an Army brat as well. Shout out to my fellow brats. And over there, overseas, a lot of black folks are over there, but most folks are Caribbean immigrants or straight from the motherland. Some are retired military soldiers that got married, started families, and stayed over there after they got out or whatnot. But yeah, so my introduction to the diaspora and connecting to the roots, so to speak, was connecting with Caribbean and basically brothers and sisters from all over the world, from my fellow military brats and from local peoples, and from like watching things like MTV Euro, which surprising to us Americans was way more diverse musically and culturally and racially, way before American MTV was. And yeah, that's why I became familiar with artists from Bjork. I mean, they play everything from Tribe Called Quest to Kylie Minogue. You know what I'm saying? It was just that wide, a net of music, and partly what helped shape my love for all types of music too, even though it was already there. But back to the Caribbean music, especially over there, I really got into reggae and dancehall, and I remember MC Shinehead was the very first
Shinehead.
yeah,
Oh my god.
he was the very first dancehall artist I ever heard of. And he had a couple of hits, but yeah, and then fast forward, summer of '91, that's when we were home on leave from Germany, and in the Philly and Baltimore area used to have this it was similar to Video Jukebox, but it was like a channel that had, it was like a jukebox. You could call in, pick a code number, and it had whatever video you wanted to hear, and pay a certain fee, and you can get on. And there was a battle on this channel between these new artists called Shabba Ranks and Cuddy Ranks, and you're supposed to call in and vote. Was it The Stopper, or was it Trailer Little Girls? And of course,
oh man, that's wow.
Yeah, so of course I had to get my little tech skills going. I had my little town recorder, my cassette tape to the phone speaker, and of course, took this sound back to Germany with some other stuff and all that, and then a whole dance hall explosion was starting to happen. You start seeing KRS collabing, Shabba Ranks blew up like to a global artist, and then we came back to the States the following year. That's when we started seeing an explosion of like the Born Jamaicans, Aini Kamosi, and so many to mention. And I was just so much a fan of reggae and dancehall as I was of hip hop, and we learned early on about the relationship between hip hop and Caribbean music and culture and DJ culture and whatnot. And anyway, I'll quit running my mouth. I'm gonna get to my some of my favorite Caribbean artists and some honorable mentions. Being that I'm primarily a fan of reggae and dancehall, of course, those are my favorites, even though I love all types from many different islands. Number 5, Aini Kamosi. Number 4, Barrington Levy. Number 3, Damian Marley. Number 2, Buju Banton. And number 1, of course, the great Bob Marley, with honorable mentions of Tego Calderon and Tito Fuente and El General. Oh, even though he's technically not Caribbean, he's Panamanian. So, but yeah, those are mine. Those are my favorites. Those are just some to mention. Once again, just like the comedians, I could talk forever about Caribbean music and artists and all that, because I'm a blerd. I can blerd out on many things.
No doubt.
But yeah, so what's some of y'all favorites, fellas?
For me, like Bob, like Peter Tosh, that's different. You know what I mean? That's just that's different. That's a level that's different. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So then we come down to dancehall, which is not disrespectful to any of that. It's just that's a whole nother layer. That's God level layer up there. You know what I mean? And dancehall was wonderful for its time. And big shouts to Ralph McDaniel's video music box. Because growing up in Queens, man, that's how, you know what I mean, the radio stations played reggae music as much as they played hip hop on the underground sets after 10 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? But then Ralph would play these videos. I mean, I'm talking early Shaba. You know what I mean? Early Katirang. Early Admiral. And it's Chakademus and Players. All that. Early Nicodemus. Early Ninja Man. All of that. You know what I mean? The Sound Clash battles. You know what I mean? They would play the Sound Clash, and you'd be able to get the mixtapes, and I mean, dude, you talking about a time, boy. Ooh. Man. So, all right. King of the Dancehall is Shaba, of course. Absolutely. But right with Shaba, you had Super Cat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, then you have Buju. Cut your rank right there, too. But I gotta give my love to Sister Nancy.
Yes.
Because Sister Nancy's got a song still right now, a song she did way back when. Still right now she play every club. Stop.
I spent like
everybody pretend they from the scene from Belly and shit walking.
Yeah. I spent 4 years looking for this song.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then I gotta give love. I gotta give love to Patra and Shelly Thunder.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, Shaba number 1, Barrington Levy 2, Buju 3. No, Buju 4, Sister Nancy 3. And Katirang 5. There's my list. Mike, where y'all list, boy? Oh, and my inebriation is brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey, Cola.
Get yourself a can of whiskey.
I'm gonna bring.
It's not bad, actually.
I'm gonna start with Vibes.
Okay.
Sean Paul.
Vibes Cartel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sean Paul.
Yes. Sean Paul.
Sean DePaul. Okay. Yes.
I rounded off with Junior Reed, Buju, and then Barrington on top for me.
Okay.
Of course, the classics.
You like the crooners. The crooners.
Of course, the classics are there, but you know, I like to slap the wall when I hear my Rick. And honorable mention to
okay. So which Buju? I mean, no. What's your favorite Barrington?
Oh shit. Wait a second. I was just listening to it earlier. I don't even know the name. I don't want to say the wrong song. Give me a second.
So it might be Under the Sensi for me.
Wait.
All right. So, Under Me Sensi, She's Mine. Living Dangerously is a big one for people then. Here I Come is huge for them.
Of course, yes.
But I don't want to give you my favorite until I hear yours, Mike.
I ain't gonna front. When I got drunk, I used to like listening to Great Train Robbery.
Okay. Okay.
Ah.
Okay. All right.
Brought it in, bro.
Yeah,
Of course.
It was that or too experienced, but it's brought
Too
it in.
experienced. That's
It's brought
my
it in.
too experienced to be taken for a stroll. Whoa.
yeah.
Yo, she grabbed a bunch of roses and started to come. Here I come. Ooh. Yo, that was my joint too, though. 2 months later, she said, come and get your son. What?
Yeah, man.
Because,
Because I don't want your baby to come and time
me down, not because you are old and I am young. That's right, I'm young as I want to have some fun. Run me down.
Yeah, man.
Oh, y'all about to get me in trouble up in here.
That's no trouble.
Nah, not at all. That's beautiful things, man. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Alright. Now, alright, so no Sizzler, nobody?
We still got honorable mentions. Yeah, Sizzler Kalanji, Mr. Vegas.
It's a lot.
It's so many.
It's a lot. I'm from
in the Might House. I mean,
I'm from Jamaica Ave, man. You just go up there and grab a tape. I'm from, you know what I'm saying? I'm from every time I went to go get some bud from a certain dude, I heard 4 new tunes.
Fair.
Like, yo, what was that rhythm?
Dude. Wasn't it? Oh my God, I forgot the name of this freaking record store now. There was a record store in Jamaica Ave where the tapes came directly from Jamaica. That was the distributor.
Nice.
So you'd get early Shaba and all that right there along with the Jungle Brothers
videos and all of that.
I missed the mixtape era for real.
Good times.
Yes.
Good times.
Yeah, y'all. Hit us in the emails. Hit us in the comments. We still haven't set that email up yet. We're gonna get it going. Let us know, who your favorite artists are, who your favorite comedians, actors, and whatnot. We can keep the conversation going online. Follow us on the social medias. We on all the platforms, including TikTok, or come to our YouTube or to our website. You can go buy some merch. But yeah, we all out here, and definitely go to the site. Look at the other shows we have lined up. We are a whole network out in these streets, y'all. So yeah, you gotta check us out. We official in these joints. And next week, I'm going to have the paranormal clip of the week along with y'all. Stay tuned. I'll be letting you know the upcoming topics as the days continue. This is all I got. Unless the fellas got something they want to tell the people, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go right here and tell y'all appreciate y'all rocking with me. Next week, I forgot before I get up out of here, let you know, Sade or Yanade and
Deshaun Fair, forgive me, will be on to discuss season 2 of For the Love of Jason. For the love of Jason.
Yeah, y'all. So make sure you stay tuned. And also next week, to continue on and to wrap up Caribbean Heritage Month, we'll discuss our favorite Caribbean actors. As I said, this has been Mr. Lewis.
MG the Great.
And Coach Files. I was waiting for you, MG. I was waiting for you, brother. We together.
I indulged in awkward silence.
Yo, great show tonight, fellas.
Yes,
Good stuff.
Thank y'all for rocking with us. As I said, go to the site, follow us, like, subscribe, share, add your comments. If you got questions, let us know. We on the social medias. And until next week, we out. Peace and love, y'all.
Love and peace, babies.
The Candid Corner presents the Blerdification Station with your hosts, Coach Bob, Mr. Lewis, and MG the Great.